Very good. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of my Fulda Gap campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously we had a lot of fun with the Apaches. They went absolutely crazy, and the Bradleys created a huge tank graveyard that was super fun. Today we are going to be engaging these Germans though, as they continue their failed attempts at attacking Ausfeld. They are engaging the Panzer Battalion 143, and the fatigue is actually getting pretty bad on this unit. So we have to make sure we win. I imagine we will, considering they are attacking with depleted units of Muchers. And that being said, they do actually have quite a lot more tanks than I expected remaining. And they do, of course, have the helicopter support that we're going to have to respect as well. So I was thinking what we'll do is we'll just bring in the Panzergrenadier Battalion here and the VKK on the backside. I'm not going to commit another Panzer Battalion just because I want to keep them fresh with their fatigue. Because fatigue is generally becoming a problem. You can see here the 7th Cav is in the same boat as the Panzer Battalion, where it's on 4 out of 6 fatigue. If those keep getting attacked, that's not going to be good moving forwards. Actually, we're okay for fatigue. But yeah, Lauterbach is certainly becoming a little scary because of that. So I'm thinking of diverting maybe a Panzer Battalion to Lauterbach to support the Americans. But for now, let's just tactical battle. And, oh, there's an interception. So before we jump in, let's check out what's going on here. Interception failed. So our poor Bofors and Fliegerfaust couldn't hold back this unit. Well, what is it? Oh, it's just air-to-air MiGs. Okay, well we managed to shoot down one plane. I'll take it, I suppose. Let's jump on in. Yeah, there wasn't even a seed there, so it wasn't like they just broke through because the air-to-air planes were better than my poor AA battalion. Alright, well, let's see. We actually have a really nice map here, I just noticed. We start with the 3-pointer under our control, and all we need to do is just move a command into Charlie. Like, we will start with one in Alpha as well. I mean, we'll basically start with one in Charlie. So we're going to have like a +7 straight off the bat. Okay, let's just pop an M577 back here. And we'll set up just some units of Leopards to roam around and kill stuff. I might set up a defensive line, maybe in this tree line. These ones are probably too vulnerable. I think the biggest problem we're going to face in this battle is HINDS spam. You know, all of the BMPs, the T-55s, some of them have like Bastion missiles. That's going to be a real problem for the 2A3s because they only have 16 front armor. They have great guns, so once they get in range, we can absolutely decimate them, just like we can with the Abrams. But the big problem is we're going to take a lot more damage from HGMs at range. So managing the range engagement is actually super important. We'll bring in one Leopard. Actually, let's just put all of these to the left here in this tree line. We'll do a Leopard or two maybe on the right side here. I think we can manage that range engagement. Yeah, if we need to, we can just dive back through the town and run away. Here, I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe I could just sort of move to here and then we attack move to this tree line. What I'm thinking. So we just kind of make sure that these all end up in places where they can engage max range with their gun, but be able to reverse to avoid ATGMs. Cool. I will bring up a couple of recon units. We can put one in here, we can put one maybe over here. I'll put one there, and we maybe have one for this right side. That'll do. Lovely. Make sure those just all have unload orders. We need AA. Don't forget that. We'll bring up a Gepard. Over on that side, we'll bring up a Gepard here. Gepards are going to be ideal because we're dealing with helicopters, so Let's just fast move and then attack, move across. And then the Panzergrens should have more. Yeah, they do. Cool. So again, we can just fast move here and attack move them with the tanks. And I might send one over to the left side. A bit worried about this left side. Maybe I could pop a couple of HGMs in here because we do have loads of Milan 2s. Maybe that's the idea. And then one more Gepard there, just to stop them from being rocketed. I think that's okay. I'm not going to have it drive through the town, just because these buildings will block its line of sight. So we'll make sure to skirt around the town with the Gepards. Supply is also going to be a thing, so we'll make sure to bring that up. We'll do the Unimogs from the Panzergrens. Pop them in here. Might bring up a couple of M113s, since these are going to sit a bit further up. Okay. That'll do. Let's launch. I might actually have to be worried about the flanks. I have played the AR on this map before, and they've come up this dirt road. So I might send some recon there if I get the chance. But otherwise, we're going to be capturing all of these sectors really quickly. That's going to take us to 8 minutes and 50 seconds till victory. Right from the start. That's crazy. Alright, well, there are helicopters flying about. We're going to have to make sure we deal with them appropriately. Yeah, this MI-24 here could kill the HGMs. Let's make sure that the Iltis that are already here are selling themselves. I'm really hoping that that's covered by the smoke. It is. But oh, that is a lot of T-55s. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Wow, okay, they really seriously focused on that road, huh? What do we do about that? I think maybe we can isolate them as they come down the road if we just play this properly. Like one by one we kind of engage them. Thing is, at this range it's even worse. That one fired its smoke automatically. I have had questions about how I can make my tanks fire smoke automatically, and if you go into the general settings, go to rules of engagement, set it to defensive, any unit that fires at your unit out of range of being able to retaliate, they will just automatically smoke and back off, or they'll just back off if they don't have smoke, which is really handy. Let's make sure my Gepard's killing this MI-24 for us. On this side, things are actually going pretty well, so that's good. Let's just make sure the Gepard doesn't die. Actually lost line of sight there. Okay, let's move back into position then. I think we'll be okay to move back up. I'm not sure that this Aufklärer is really providing as much recon as I'd hoped it would. Okay, we managed to shoot down that MI-24 on the left, at least. And these leopards... oh, look at them. I mean, at least they look absolutely beastly as they continue to engage. Absolutely smashing these Germans again now. Those poor BMPs retreating. Let's get my other leopards up. We're actually in the position that we want to be now. That initial engagement was really rough. But now the T-55s don't stand a chance. They've lost their critical mass. The leopards will continue to chew them up, take them out. Nice. 4 minutes left. We're in a really, really good spot. Let's just fall back enough that Conkers can't engage us from max range. At least not without us being able to fight back. Next helicopter for the Gepard. Very good. That's also inflicting quite a lot of morale damage to the East Germans. I have managed to capture this. Yeah, maybe I do need to be a little bit careful here. What has captured that? I did see MI-9 helicopters earlier. There's no way it's just an MI-9. We'll bring up a couple of Lukes. They just landed it behind us. That's funny. Alright, well, it gives us a chance to do more damage to the East Germans. The more damage we can do, the better, because it's going to make it a lot easier for us to just push right on through and take back all the ground we lost before we had to fall back to Ausfeld. I do think that the Leopards, they sound really awesome when they fire. Proper meaty guns. What was it? Oh, it was actually an SPW. Huh. Oh no, maybe it was the MI-9. Okay, the MI-9, we saw it running away. Maybe it was the MI-9 after all. I will move up the Unimogs here. Make sure that the smoke's back online. Very good. Artillery is coming in. Also, the MI-24 is having a go. That's doing a decent amount of damage. None of these have smoke left though, so I can't really smoke it off. Oh, we lost the Unimog. Did I lose both my Unimogs? I think I did. Oh no! I had tunnel vision too much on the left side. Lost the Leopard to A3 on the right. I am only human. We didn't get attacked from this direction, so that's good. Maybe the leopards could creep across here. Those 100 mils are actually pretty scary as well for Leopard 203s, because 203s, again, the 16 front armor, it's getting hit really hard by the AT guns there. It's only 16 pen, I suppose, but a crit is gonna cause them to take more damage. Some artillery on this road would have been fantastic, but I'm not sure we have any significant artillery that I could have used. It's just mortars, really. I think maybe mortars just continuously firing at them would have been good too. There's only 24 seconds left on the clock, so I'm not going to worry about bringing them in now. Yeah, maybe in future, if I have like spare points, like I do now, like 39 points, I haven't really bought in any reinforcements. Bringing in like just all of the mortars and just having them absolutely waste everything on the road would be fantastic. Particularly as infantry, it's going to help us out loads. Alright, there's victory. Fantastic. 129 kills, 4 losses. The 4 losses was just the leopard, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, almost a perfect battle. The 2A3s are kind of scary to manage, to be honest. Like, since I played the Bruderkrieg campaign, they've had their armor nerfed in WARNO, so they're not as tanky at all, and those T-55s can genuinely catch you out. Oh, so we've actually ended up disorganizing their helicopters. Our Panzer Battalion, though, will not be able to counterattack, because that is, what, 5 out of 6 fatigue? It's 1 fatigue from being disorganized itself. So what I'm thinking is we'll get one of these Panzer Battalions to just ruin all of these units. And we'll have the 67th and the 36th come up and try and help relieve Ladebach, and then one of the Panzer Battalions can come across as well and help us as well. That would be really handy. On the backside of Schutzen, we can certainly wipe out these armoured units that are left over. There's also the Buratinos that we can wipe out. Like, their defensive is only 6. So if we attack them with the 8th Armoured Cavalry Squadron, I'm pretty sure they just die. Yeah, that's a total victory. We lost 1 tank and an infantry unit. Boom. There we go. Get rid of that salient. Right, next thing we want to do. Maybe we could attack Freiensteinau. I'm doing my best with these names. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can like move up here, prepare an attack, and actually have like a proper battle against these guys. That could be fun. All right. Next thing I want to do, these did actually recover a bit of morale in the end turn, so that's good. So the 7th Cav's not in such a bad spot, but we are just about to get surrounded. So I'm thinking we do need to deal with this unit. Otherwise they will succeed in surrounding us there. That being said, if we wipe out these lot and then move a unit up to Ladebach, that could also, you know, relieve this force from being surrounded. So let's see. We prepare an attack with these guys. It's gonna be a major victory. I'll bring up the Panzergrenadier Battalion just to make it a total victory. And then we'll want to do the same here. We'll attack these guys with these. That's already a total victory. Okay, we can't really do too much more there, so I guess I'll have to do it with these guys. We could send a Panzer Battalion up here. Or a Panzer Grenadier Battalion is what I meant to say. Air attack with these, sort of resolve. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We just kind of, we shift up here. And that will help us defend on the front line there. And stop these guys from getting counterattacked regardless of how we do against these lot. I'm not a fan of like leaving these in this position though. I might put the VKK in front. Yeah, this was kind of risky. Only takes a couple of these to attack us and we end up disorganized. Move those back. Or move those forward, sorry. Move maybe these back. Actually, I don't want to move them because they've got 8 action points so they can join in 2 battles. That being said, again, fatigue's a problem. Right, these, I guess we're not going to be engaging anything with them this turn. Right, we can actually see the AA now. Maybe I'll have the 36th cut across towards the AA, and we can see both of these. That's good. Okay, that gives us an idea of where we need to use our air interception. Might have to bump into the 198th at some point though if we continue moving up there. I'm hoping that those commit to Lauterbach. Okay, next battle anyway. Let's go ahead and grab the 67th Armoured and we'll engage the 241st and the 120th. They are going to be under the AA net of the books. I'm not sure if these... I'm hovering over it. I'm assuming that's air interception up. What does it look like when I've got it up? Say if I move these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have that symbol. So maybe they don't have their air interception in position at the moment. One thing that I was taught by you guys in the comments is that we can bring in a seed unit and then we can back out of the battle and bring in another unit. So for example, we can tactical battle with this, and since there wasn't any seed or needed, we can actually just back out and bring this instead. Seems a bit cheesy, to be honest. I probably won't be doing it too much in the future, but it is an interesting tip for those who might want to make the campaign a little bit easier for them. I mean, it does, in theory, kind of make sense. I'm going to bring in the Tactical Fighter Squadron, by the way, because Strike Eagles. Let's go. It does kind of make sense that you would bring in like seed before doing any attack anyway with your aircraft, because realistically that's what would happen. You know, you'd send in seed and then that would sort of allow your cast to come in and actually do the damage where it's needed. So, I mean, maybe it's intentional. Maybe it's intentional. I'll have to maybe ask the devs about it. But for now, let's play out this attack. It's going to be actually much easier than I thought it would be because the unit behind didn't reinforce. Okay. They only have 60 morale. I can't be complacent. We do still need to play it properly with the Abrams and be aware of enemy HGMs and so on. Can't just like ram into them and expect to win, because we will end up losing more than we need to. Nice to have the artillery up our sleeve for once. We get access to the M270 MLRS. That's fun. This is going to be a bit of a waste of the Strike Eagles as well, but I will bring in all of the Strike Eagles from the start ready to go. And we're also going to want to make sure that we bring in plenty of recon. So do we get any recon with these? Get sort of recon vehicles. I'm not a fan of these recon vehicles because they don't really have that great optics. Like, it's an optics specific vehicle, but it doesn't have exceptional optics. And its stealth is only mediocre, which is not great. What I'm probably going to do is we'll move them up slightly and then just have them join the convoy, and they can just sit behind my Abrams. Don't think we need any PVADs. Maybe we could bring in the ACAVs with us as well. Just going to have them on full orders. Off we go. Not going to worry too much about our flanks. We'll just try and capture Alpha Charlie as quickly as possible, put pressure onto Bravo, and then we can maybe sit on this ridge and do plenty of damage, use this tree line as well.
Need some extra eyes, sir? Let's have a look around.
So as these Abrams drive past, we'll just add these to the convoy.
Just give me a target. Going there.
Have a couple of Eagles floating around just in case we need them. That was more so that if these M981s spotted anything, we'd able to just bomb it straight away without having to wait for the Abrams. But the Abrams got here pretty quick, so we're all good.
Watch our flanks. Waiting for instructions. Full speed, driver. Yes, Captain. Hunting for commies. Waiting for orders.
Felt like I should be able to see that.
It's hard here. Waiting for orders. Enemy spotted.
Oh, I didn't put the follow orders on, did I? That would be why.
Go on, control.
And I was just about to bomb it with the laser guided bomb anyway, but
Hunting for commies.
let's make sure we bring up some supply just to repair any Abrams that get low, and we'll just keep bringing up more Abrams along the way. Just fanning out here.
Red 6.
They're not going to have too many points to work with.
It's hard here.
That is still a T80B.
Halt! Good job, gunner. Roger. Search and destroy. Loud and clear. Copy that, Raven leader. Halt! Yes, Captain. Watch out for the red. It's hard here. War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Just give me a target.
Oh wow, my Abrams just got popped. I guess it got side shot. I thought it was facing down the road. It looked like it was.
Yes, Captain.
I was saying about being a bit careful here.
What are your orders, sir? Roger. Search and destroy. Waiting for orders. Copy.
See if we can move my recon out wide here.
Bomber ready. Good job, gunner.
We'll let that Strike Eagle leave because yeah, it's only like 2 shots from being killed. by an igloo, which would be rather embarrassing.
We'll find them, and then we'll kill them. Yes, sir.
They did have a number of tanks.
Red 1-6, over. Touchdown. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy. To all units, enemy sighted. Good job, gunner. Ready to attack control. Successful hit.
I was going to say, at that range, we're just going to one-shot it.
Ready to supply.
Okay. The T-80 sneaking out there at the last second to take the shot. I even reacted to that as well, but the AI just caught me out there. Cheeky. Very cheeky indeed. Lost 2 Abrams in this battle. It's supposed to be a simple one. I think it's just because we kind of lack good recon. These recon vehicles are so hard to use because they're so vulnerable. Like, it's like one shot from a T-80 will just knock one of these out. And so you don't want to have them in front of your Abrams, because otherwise they just die and then you're blind. So you kind of need your Abrams to go first, tank anything that does shoot you, and then let the recon spot anything that's like otherwise threatening.
Stop and have a look around. Let's have a look around. Good job, gunner. Waiting for instructions. Enemy spotted. Yes, sir. Copy. He's right dead. Radio check.
Let's see if we keep an eye on this T-80. We might be able to take it out with the laser guided bomb. I think we'll lose line of sight. Yeah, last second. Good old strike eagle. Look at it. Beautiful.
On my way. Waiting for instructions.
Okay, I'm going to look to try and contest this sector. Because, I mean, killing them with morale victory is probably the way to go.
At your orders.
Saying that, but
Warhead to red leader. I'm listening.
this would also give us a chance to potentially speed things up.
Redeploy. Now. Bomber ready. Good job, gunner. This is red 2. Enemy spotted. The engine is overheating, and so am I. Orders are clear. Go ahead. Good
We'll
job,
take
gunner.
one more shot. Why not?
Captain. Bullseye. Go back. Slow.
Nice.
What are your orders, sir?
Well, it's always fun to use the strike eagles, I suppose. And I think just because the T-80s are much more spread out than we're used to, it's actually becoming... like, it's actually a lot more difficult for me to manage, right? Especially considering I mentioned about the recon
Let's go.
issues.
Stay quiet.
But yeah, I guess we'll take it. There's a couple of T-80s here that
I hear you loud and clear.
want to take out.
Damn, that was close. Tank ready. Back up! Back up! Reverse. Keep facing the enemy. Good job, gunner. Tank ready. Calm down speed, driver. Successful hit. Yes, Captain.
Get another strike eagle out. Okay, that's it. That was morale victory. Very quickly indeed. 61 kills, 8 losses. Yeah, it was unfortunate we lost those Abrams, but honestly, the AI really caught me out there. So I don't think we're going to make another attack because I need to manage my fatigue on those units when they are on their own like that. Alright, around Schutzen, is there anything I can do here? None of these can attack without being disorganized. I think we have to counterattack on this bottom side. The 8th Armored Cavalry Squadron can probably just delete them. Yeah, that's fine for an auto resolve. And we'll just shift that up. I can have the 18th mech hang out nearby. Could also just like move this back a bit, move the 18th mech in there. This engineer battalion, we'll just keep it behind the 8th Armoured. The HQ unit, probably the same. What do they have access to in here? So it's MP patrol with M67s, so it's like military police units. And then a little bit of aircraft like helicopter supports with Black Hawks with aero rifles. We do also have field supply points in here, which are very useful for when we spam artillery, but to be honest, there's not really much artillery here that's going to make use of it. I guess I'd say that we're sitting right next to 2 artillery units, but I didn't actually make use of the M270 MRS. That would have been pretty fun. That previous battle. There just wasn't really a good target for it, unfortunately. I will just shift this up here anyway. That's going to be the majority of our frontline units moved. I don't think we move that in case they come in from an attack on the top side. They might come down the road. I'm hoping they hit the BKK and then we can reinforce it. What do we do with the 11th Armoured Cav? That is a real question. Because they are in a fantastic flanking position on the bottom side here. But if we overextend, then they might just overcommit onto that unit and then we lose it. The other thing we could do, I might move in this direction and just engage these guys. Yeah, there we go. 2nd Battalion of the 11th Armoured gets their revenge after running away for so long. Cool, that works. And I'll probably just move them back. It doesn't matter if they have AP left if they get attacked. Cool. That'll do. Nice little probing attack into the side. I think it's about time that we maybe move on to the next turn. I can't attack out of Schutzen. We need as much... we need to maintain as much fatigue as possible. Well, not maintain fatigue, but avoid fatigue as much as possible. Okay, let's see what the packed forces get up to. So any that are low on morale for them, they're actually moving away, making room for the next attacks. Looks like my 2nd Battalion of the 11th Armoured Cav is actually threatening their flank enough for them to move into position there. We will get attacked at Lauterbach, I imagine. Yeah. They're going in again for the 7th Cav. With 27 on attack. That's incredible. I don't think either of these are set up. So we could probably bring in something to help us out in the air as well. What does this unit comprise of that makes it so scary? That's just a lot more T-80s. These are the T-80UDs, right? So that's going to be very difficult to deal with. They also potentially bring in the helicopters here. And all of these East German helicopters haven't really been touched much. We're kind of light on helicopters that are going to deal with the T-80Ds. I mean, a couple of Kiowas can certainly help out a lot. This is going to be an extremely tough battle, I think. And unfortunately, it has been my time. So next time around, I'm probably just going to try and work out what aircraft I want to bring in. And then we'll go in for this defense against the 119th and the 170th. And it should be a really fun battle. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Today we did a lot of damage though. And we're getting there at Alsfeld. We've definitely made people fall back at Schutzen. So we might not even get attacked to Schutzen this turn. It's really Lauterbach that is going to have to be careful due to fatigue. But we'll see how we get on. That's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.